Well, we just booked a boat ride and we're going to see the caves. Now Sue, who's over here, has been wanting to see these caves, so we will accommodate her wants. So we're gonna go over here, up across this bridge, over to the other side, where we'll pick up a boat and head out to these caves. Now, do they call them grottos?
Yes.
The grottos. So we'll learn more as we go along.
Johnny.
See, for me, it's been like the way that I'm getting vegetables in and out of here.
The vessel for the next hour, the Show Me.
Eles estão a querer entrar agora.
We're on the vessel Show Me,
8-9 years ago it was 3 months.
headed out to the grottos. What's the captain's name?
José.
Jose?
José.
Jose.
Second captain Pedro.
Pedro. Jose and Pedro. First mate? First mate? Primero?
No, remember?
Captain and primero mate.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Today.
Just say Gilligan.
Yeah. The skipper and Gilligan? No? You don't know this.
I don't know that.
It's Americano. She said it, not me. Okay, we're gonna head out through the bridge here. Then we got about, what do we have? Maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes to the caves?
The trip is about 40 minutes.
No.
Save the battery.
How far from here to the caves?
50 minutes.
20?
20.
Okay. So we got about a 20-minute ride. Part of it is this headway speed going up the river. You can't leave a wake, so you got to go, like in English, 5 miles per hour. So I don't know what it is in kilometers, but so we're gonna head up this inlet and then we'll get out to the open water area and then we'll make our way over to the caves, to the grottos.
Humanity connected all continents and crossed all the oceans. Famous names like Vasco da Gama, the one that you know as Magellan. His name was Magellan.
So what he's telling us is that this is a type of ship that Vasco da Gama and Magellan sailed on. And this was the first type of ship that allowed the Portuguese to go to different continents.
The name was Boa Esperança, that means good hope. And this boat, 1488, has given the name to the cape in South Africa. Right, you will see the big wall between the church towers. The first church is from 1500, Santa Maria. And
Right now he's talking about the wall that goes around the city.
It's called Potato Beach, to prove that they found what they used to call the New World.
Look at all these little beaches here. That is fabulous.
There's a passage in the rock that you can do the whole beaches, like tunnels that will carry on.
So what he's saying is between the beaches there's passages through the rocks so you can go to the different beaches. That is awesome.
There's safe access. Some that have no safe access. Let in sail,
So
they could sail against the wind.
Most of these are natural made, but they added on to them with the man-made tops
What you see is
in order to
bricks.
create kind of a man-made
500
castle.
BC, or even more.
That's concrete in there, isn't it?
Sorry?
Is that rocks held together with concrete?
Up top.
It was done after, but there was, and before there was like an open castle here that it was built to protect the
So he
ship,
says
that it
before there was an
destroyed.
open castle here.
1755 we had a big earthquake.
Right.
known in Lisbon as the perfect storm.
1755, there was a big
1st of
earthquake,
November,
knocked it all
big
down. You can
earthquake
see
and
another
accident.
passageway leading to the
'Cause
beach.
I know the Romans invented concrete.
The name. And they said it was like an open, like an elf. It's a parking place, and it starts again the boardwalk. Banana, like Lady Anna.
What a beautiful coastline. Sculpted by nature. So this is really interesting because we're going along this coastline, which is all naturally sculpted. But of course, back in the 1700s, they incorporated some of that coastline into making kind of a castle fort. And all these beaches that are here, dotted in between this landscape, is most of them are connected with these tunnels. That's pretty cool. And it's just unbelievable. I wish the GoPro had a zoom on it.
Beaches.
Camus Beach, but the rock figure looks like a camel.
Inside, if you look up, there's a nice photo. Can you see the white beach?
Yes.
Fossil. It's shells of maybe 30.
Here we see a shaped rock that looks like a boat, along with a bigger rock. They call it the Titanic and the glacier. Or excuse me, iceberg.
Imagination.
Yeah. It's a good thing.
Here in this little bay, right in front of the boat, there's a round hole. Can you see the round hole right in front of the boat? A little bit more to the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the eye of an elephant. Can you see right in front of the boat? There's an
yeah,
elephant with a trunk to the right, the legs.
And here they call this the eye of the elephant.
And it's called the Love Grotto.
In the morning, the light is way better. So we're here in the afternoon. And probably the most perfect time to do this is when you get a morning low tide, because then you have the light and the tide. And a lot of these little caves, which you can't go in right now because it is high tide, you're able to go into. So here's one that we're going to be able to pass through.
This rock was named Arc de Triomphe, like in Paris.
This is called the Arc de Triomphe. Look at these colors, huh?
I don't understand.
Cave circuit, only the caves are 50 meters long and the rock formation is limited.
the element.
Só para facilitar um bocadinho também.
This is pretty awesome that we're going through all these places, and in light of the fact it is high tide, there are still plenty of areas that we can go to. We miss out on a couple, but look at this. Coming in. This beautiful cave lit from the western sun. And all this erosion that's taking place here.
The green water.
And here, is that it there? This one here, at low tide you can go through here, but not at high tide. You can actually see way in there, but we're not able to go in at high tide. Two eyes and a nose and a mouth, making the skull. Alright, so I think we completed our initial tour of these grottos that we got to see all in along the coast. And now we gotta head back. He's picking up the speed a little bit, help us skim across the waves. But what a nice tour. And these two gentlemen were great. Showed us everything they could. If you ever come down to Lagos, I highly recommend you take one of these tours. They're all over the place, so it doesn't matter who you go with. But what a great time. And this was at the recommendation of Susie. There she is right there. And she made us go. Seriously, great time here on Chippers Island here in Lagos at the Grotto.